Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanurabhardaram Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat. So we are reading and studying the answer of Sri Krishna to the question of Arjuna. We all have this question in our mind. Whenever we hear about a person who would be our ideal in terms of spirituality, we hear about religion and spirituality so much. But sometimes it is difficult to understand all the principles which are given in the scriptures, how to practicalize it, or sometimes at all can we practicalize it. The only source of getting answer to this is those individuals or those great people who have done this in their life. There is a beautiful scripture called Narada Bhakti Sutra. Narada has written these sutras. There was a time in India where the deep spiritual concepts were put in form of, in English it is called aphorism. Aphorism is a kind of, in mathematics which you see the what is the word for it? That the whole principle is given in the few. What's the word for it?
Theorem.
Theorem is one. What you call E is equal to MC square, what is it? Formula, equation, closer to. So idea is this, that there was a time, and it's a ability to express a big concept in lesser number of words. So the sutra literature came into existence. You have a Patanjali Yoga Sutra, you have Brahma Sutra, you have Bhakti Sutra. So like this, it all came in form of small phrase in a way, where the big philosophy is stored in a few words, in a small sentence. So Narada has written called Bhakti Sutra. In that there is one sutra which practically gives this idea. Tirthi kurvanti tirthani sat shastri kurvanti shastrani. We go to the place of pilgrimage. Just because there is a temple, that's why we go for a pilgrimage. And who gave the importance to the temples? Why do you think temple is great? Why do you think that place is a place of pilgrimage? Because there are some people who have visited it. They make the place a place of pilgrimage. Now, for example, there are many places where we say, Sri Ramakrishna went to this place. Oh, Swami Vivekananda was born in this place. Or he went to this place and stayed. Last week I was in India. So they showed me the house. Oh, Swami Vivekananda stayed here for 3 nights. And that building becomes important to you because the person is important in your mind. So these people make the place, an ordinary place, a place of pilgrimage. And the scriptures, these individuals, they validate that yes, this is the scriptures. You can see those examples being personified or being practicalized in their life. So this was the question of Arjuna. That is there anybody who can be idealized? Is there anybody who can be called a realized soul? One who has realized the truth. We have this way of telling in Hinduism that we are all in ignorance. Ignorance about? Ignorance means not knowing. Not knowing about what? There are two ways of telling. Either you do not know about God. But when I do like this, it shows that God is other than me. So an objective God. Or God who is whom I objectify, whom on I will meditate, etc. Then again, ignorance about your own self, who you are and what you are. If we come to know that we are in ignorance, then only your thirst for knowledge will come. When Swamiji used to say, before you get a strong desire for liberation, you must be feeling restless that you are bound. If you don't feel you are bound, how you feel you want to be released from bondage? There is one word which we use very freely in discussing concept of Hinduism. It's called Maya. Maya has various meanings. For lay people, for people like us, Maya has two kinds of power. One power is, it doesn't allow you to see what really is. It's called Avaran Shakti. The capacity to hide, capacity to cover the reality. And second is Vikshepa Shakti, a disturbing power. What is that? It covers what it is, but it projects which is not. So you believe in the projection, but you don't believe the reality. You say how it is possible. Now the time has changed, but most of you would have experience of going to the cinema hall and watch a movie. So when you go to cinema hall, what they do? Pitch dark. They switch off all the lights. Only exit you can see. So much so that person next to you also you cannot see. It is so dark. This is the first power of Maya. What is reality? Reality is that there is only one wall, which is a screen, on which a projection will be done later on. That wall is real. Now they switched off all the lights. You do not see the wall. You do not see the reality. Then they project something. And you see a human being, you see the mountain, you see the trees and rivers and animals and birds and dancing and crying and everything you see, which actually is not there. This is a projection, only wall is real. And we all become so much identified with this projection that you find people crying, people laughing, all happens there. Maya is this. These two words are used by Adi Shankaracharya while explaining Maya. That two powers are. Vivek Chudamani, there is a book in which you get the shloka. That this Avaran Shakti and Vikshep Shakti, it is so powerful that we are not able to see the reality. Take a modern example. All of you have either TV or laptop, tablet or your mobile phone. One of these items everybody has. It's a blank screen. But then you start a video and the same blank screen shows you all the emotions. You can switch off. It becomes a normal screen. Is the projection real? You can see while projecting it is real. Other days I was telling, you may see movies, you may see some religious discourse also. You don't have a separate screen for that. No, I have one phone which I only hear lectures and bhajans. I don't use for anything. There is another phone for our communication. No, it's the same phone. If it is the same phone, it has got 2 different or 3 or 10 different utilities. Most of us don't understand. Those who are IT people may understand. I still do not understand. It's the same screen, correct? You open one document, you touch here, one word happens. Another place you touch, another thing happens. It's the same screen. You shut down their website, open another website, touch one place, some other effect is there. You are touching the screen, but inside reaction is different. What we are talking is this. If you have a TV and you project a roaring ocean for 1 hour, after 1 hour you switch off, go and touch the screen, not a drop of water is there, correct? This example I am giving is just to segregate these two. That screen is one thing, what you project is something different and imaginary. Though imagination looks so real, but it is still an imagination. 1 hour you show a building or forest on fire. You switch off the TV, go and touch. There is no heat of fire there. So screen is the reality. And then there is projection, which is not real. How many of us give importance to the screen? We give importance to the projection. But projection is changeable. Screen doesn't change. Those who know, just go to Google and go to the images and find Mother Kali. When you see Mother Kali, you will find the goddess Kali is standing on Shiva. You see, under her feet, Lord Shiva is lying, and on Shiva she is standing. People say, what is it? Then the kind of puranic stories they tell. But philosophy is this. All the movement which you see is the dance of Mother. But Mother cannot dance unless there is a platform. Can anybody dance without a stage or without a floor? You cannot dance putting your feet on your own shoulder. You need a platform to stand and dance. Shiva is the platform. This platform is Shiva. Remember many times when the artist will go to the stage, they will touch the stage and do like this, correct? Why? It's a common stage. But they are so holy about it. Stage is a substratum, is a surface on which everything will take place. Music takes place, dance takes place, drama takes place. These are all imaginary. The reality is the stage. The reality is the screen. The projection is imaginary. That's why the Divine Mother's dance, Divine Mother is called Maya or Mahamaya, because she is the greatest of illusion. But the Shiva is the reality. So Shiva is always considered as your own true self. Shivaham, they say. What Shivaham? Shivaham is this. I am the stage, I am the substratum, I am the screen. I am not the projection. Projection is illusory. To realize that I am the screen is the goal. But we are bound. If there is nothing happening, we will come to say, okay, all of you sit and 200 people are sitting. Look at the stage. How long you can look at the stage? You want some activity on the stage. And that activity is imaginary. Stage is real. From this point of view, the screen is real. All the movies, programs going on in our imaginary. This screen is real. Inside activities can be any. You can change everything and put new activities there. Changeable, changing. That which continuously changes is the another definition of Maya. And beauty is, in reality everything changes. Everything changes. There is nothing in this world which you can see, which you can feel, which you can hear, which you can perceive by any of your senses. Nothing is unchanging. Everything is changing. And actually, because it is changing, it exists. If it doesn't change, it will not exist. As soon as the change or process of change stops, whatever is the reality crumbles down and becomes extinct. Because it doesn't exist. Because of change, you feel it exists. You say this is illogical, we cannot believe it. We have given this example. For all of us are here. All of us were children one day. All became energetic, young, and slowly we are transferring, our body is transferring, we are changing into the old age. What is the process? How a child becomes an old person? Because it is changing. What is the change? We say the new cells are being created. Otherwise, when a child is born, it's hardly 2 kilo or 2.5 kilo. It slowly becomes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That means the new cells are being created. But the old cells are dying also. This is a process of changing. They say every 7 to 8 years, your complete body is changing biologically. A pattern remains. So your childhood picture and present picture, you find some similarity in your face because it's a pattern. But it's a continuous process of changing. New cells being created, the old cells are dying. Because this process is going on, we are all alive. As soon as that process stops, the doctor will say, he or she is dead. Your life means the changing. If change doesn't happen, you don't live. That means your existence depends on the change. If the change is not there, you do not exist physically. Again, in another way, if you want to see it, that process of change gives you this notion of existence. You feel that you exist, or you feel the object exists. Because the process of changing happens. Lord Buddha, 2500 years before, he gave an example. I Practically, we all can do it. Other day, in one place I was supposed to speak. I said, can you switch off all the lights? So they switched off. And I had the pointer with a red light coming out. So I moved. Can you see the circle? Yes, we can see. Okay, switch on the lights. Whether that circle exists or not. That circle is an imaginary existence. The circle existed so far as my hand was moving. My hand stopped, the circle stopped. The movement of my hand gave rise for your senses to see there is a circle which exists. All of us can see. If it doesn't exist, how to see? So it exists. But it has a relative existence. It doesn't exist if my movement is not there. If my hand doesn't move, circle is not there. If my hand moves, circle is there. We all feel we exist individually because this change is there. If the change is not there, you simply cease to exist. We are all so hard reality. Tomorrow if one of us die, come after 2 days, you see only a photograph. Again that photograph also, if you don't do anything, within 30-40 years, that also will become a powder. Nothing that exists can exist without change. This continuous change makes us feel that the object exists. In reality, the object doesn't exist. You feel it exists. You can behave, you can deal with it. You have all emotions because of that object, but eventually it doesn't exist. Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, one of the most difficult shloka, difficult verse in the whole Bhagavad Gita. If you understand and read and understand that shloka, you understand the whole philosophy. Na sato vidyate abhavo, na abhavo vidyate satha. That which is non-existent cannot exist. That which exists cannot be non-existent. Say we exist, correct? If you exist, how after 50 years you will be non-existent? And that which exists, it cannot go to non-existent. And if it is non-existent, it cannot come to existence. That means the existence which is a relative existence, because of something it is there. If that cause is not there, that object doesn't exist. Change, continuous change, you feel that it exists. You know, you go by train. Take MRT also is the same thing. You have a yellow line, purple line, isn't it? Many lines are there. Have you ever thought what does it mean? For example, yellow line. What does it mean? That route is called yellow line. Neither the track is yellow line, nor the bogies is yellow line, nor the train itself is a yellow line. Yellow line is a concept. That route may change. If they decide, okay, now this circle line, we include one more station. So that station become part of circle line. So all these lines are nothing but a concept. Track is not yellow line. Train is not yellow line. What is yellow line? What is circle line? It's a concept. All the big football teams you have, Manchester United, this and that. They all are concept. The team continuous changes. The manager, the physiotherapist, the doctors, the whole team continuously changes. Because it changes, our team is 50 years old. If it stops changing, once all the players retire, the team becomes non-existent. Because it changes the players. Somebody is playing here, he goes out, another player comes. And this continuous changes there. That's why the team exists. There is no player who is in the team last 50 years. But team exists. Because it's a concept. A team doesn't really mean anything. Everything inside is changing. So far it is changing, it exists. The moment it will stop changing, the team now not existent. Many teams would have gone to extinct. Buddha told it, alata chakra nyaya. A light, when you rotate it, it gives rise to the existence of a chakra or circle, which doesn't exist. It exists because there is a movement. The movement stops, the chakra disappears. Shankaracharya says another thing. Beautiful sloka, just for you to hear some Sanskrit I'm telling, not to show my scholarship. Sansaraha swapna tulyohi ragadveshadi sankula. This samsara, this word, is made of two ingredients. One is called attachment, another is called aversion. If you don't have attachment and aversion, this samsara will not exist for you. You say, how come? No, samsara remains. No. Even if it is there, you cannot see it. You say, how it is possible? What it has to do with my seeing? If it is there, I should be able to see it. No, you cannot see it. How you cannot see it? I give an example. All of you entered our gate by walk or by car or by whichever route you entered. In the right hand side you saw a field. Field is there. Left hand side you saw some buildings. Yeah, you saw. Did you see that the building has 3 windows? Mm-hmm. We didn't see. Why you didn't see? It is there, correct? If it is there, you must see it. But if you enter the gate and if you find a beautiful flowers, all of us will see it. And remember also, we saw beautiful flowers because you like the flowers. You are attached to the flowers. Something which you do not like is there on the road. A boulder is there, or some dirt is there, or though it doesn't happen. But for example, a cat is dead and is still lying on the side of the road. All of us will observe because we dislike it. But you do not see the object if you do not like or dislike it. You don't pay attention to this. You pay attention to only 2 types of things. Either you like it or you dislike it. If you are neutral, even if it is there, you don't observe it. In a way, even if it is there, it doesn't exist for you. Because even if it is there, you couldn't see it. Most of you have gone to the temple, correct? Most of us walk by the staircase. How many steps are there? You don't know. Does it mean the steps are uncountable? No. But then why you don't know? Because you didn't count. Even if it is there, a number is fixed, last 50 years, 60, 70 years, since 1952, same number of steps are there. Because you are not interested in counting, so that number doesn't exist for you. raga and dvesha, if attachment and aversion is removed from your mind, Shankaracharya says this whole world will disappear from you. Disappear in this way. Even if it is there, you don't pay attention to it. As if it is not there for you. Because you don't have liking or dislike for it. There is a word, I don't know how to put it. It has no direct relation, but in mathematics also we use it, in geometry also. It's called tangent. I don't know, my concept of tangent is 40 years old. Spiritual life, okay, give me another example. There are many, again, it's a kind of hallucination. Hallucination is something that it is not there, but still you see it because of your mind. This is another thing. It's another kind of hallucination. It is there. But at a glance you cannot see it. So the instruction will be, look at the picture, rather stare at the picture, and your glance should be little out of focus. Then you see a picture. Otherwise there is no picture. If I show you, oh, there is no picture, but you look at it, oh yes, there is a dog painted there, or there is a peacock, or there is a human being. This example is being given that the truth or the reality is there. Only our focus is on the external, perceptible, objective realities. If you see the same world with little out of focus, don't focus it to what is apparent. Then you see a new picture. How do you interpret when Sri Ramakrishna says that I saw God has become everything, God is everything? And it is not his statement, he felt, he saw it. Not that everywhere he saw Krishna or Kali or something, not from that point of view. All of us are sitting here. How many of us feel that, oh, this hall is full of consciousness, right? Or there are 20 conscious people. We don't care. We know how many men, how many women, how many this, how many that. You need to change the state of your mind, then the objective world also will change. There is an example given. There is a building, in Singapore more buildings are there, which are high-rise buildings. If you go on the top of the building, 20, 30, 40, 50 floors, from there you see, you will find the cars are moving like cursor. Human beings look like dots. Only heads you can see what are moving. If you go still further higher, you can see people are moving. You don't know whether a man or a woman or anything because you are too high. You need to go higher to be free from the differences which we see. Being on the same level, you can't see unity. Unity means your mind has to go higher. We are bound. We are so body conscious. I am body conscious, I consider you also as a body. If I consider myself spirit, I will consider you also as spirit. What you are, the world is like that. Two men came out of a village to the city. Both of them happened to meet a wise man in the city. First man comes and says, my goodness, I left that village. Everybody was crying. People loved me so much. They are all so good people. So the wise man told, similarly, in this town also, everybody is very good. Second man came. I am happy that I left that village. Everybody is a cheat. So the wise man told, this town also is full of cheats. So the other man heard, just now you told everybody is good here. Now you are telling everybody is bad here, how? He said, no. Both of the experiences of both of the perception is there. He felt everybody is good. He is going to see the same here. One boy came to Holy Mother. This is a real story. This is not an imaginary story. One boy came and told, Mother, my parents are behind me, forcing me to get married. Should I get married? Mother said, what harm is there? You see, eyes are two, ears are two. Like a man or woman, get married, nothing wrong about it. So he went. Another man came. Mother, I don't like this. My parents are behind me to get married. Why should I get married? I want to become a monk. Mother said, they are like this. You become a monk. What is there in this world? The onlooker told, these two fellows came. Why you gave two answers to them? Mother said, answer was lying in their question. I didn't give any answer. The way he asked, he was ready to get married. So I told, okay, go forward. He was ready to renounce. I told, okay. Well, I didn't do anything. So the world is what we see it. But what is our idea? If a person is a good person, he must be good. No. He is a relative. A bad person is not bad to everybody. The goodness and not being good is very relative. Relative is relation with other people. Some people call him good, some people call him bad. What really he is, difficult to say. He is what he believes. I like to give another example. Think of a person. Take any man or a woman. So a woman, what she is? She is daughter to someone. She is mother to someone. She is niece to someone. She is auntie to someone. She is grandmother to someone. She is granddaughter to someone. How everything she can become? Actually, she is what she is. Other people perceive her as this or that, which could be totally opposite. Granddaughter and grandmother is not the same, but she is both. And niece and auntie is not the same, but she is both. And daughter and mother is not the same, but she is both. That's why all people around her are her relatives. In relation to them, she takes a form or takes a name. What she actually is, difficult to say. She is what she thinks herself. That's why she becomes this sometimes, she becomes that sometimes. Changes the role. Same goes with men. This is an example. So I'll put a little more philosophy into it. All people around you are your relatives. You are the only absolute. You are nothing. You have no relation. People create that relation. In this world, this long before I heard. Keep the third gender aside for a while. Either a boy is born or a girl is born. Is there any other? No. Either he or she. Either boy or a girl. You don't say father is born, uncle is born, wife is born, husband is born. No. These are all imaginations. There is a technical word. These relations are superimposed on him or her. As soon as the child is born, the man becomes father. The child has to be born. Child has to come into existence. Woman's being pregnant is not enough. Child has to be born. Jayate asti. First change is called Jayate. He comes into existence in mother's womb. Then asti comes into existence. Separate from mother. A separate individual living being. Vardhate. And the child keeps on growing. Viparinamate. Slowly he changes. Becomes a big young man. Slowly, some hairs become white. Apakshiyate. Slowly, all the hairs become white and all the wrinkles started coming in the skin, and because he became an old man. And Mriyate. So there are 6 stages of our physical existence given in our scriptures. This is Vedic classified, all of us know this. So what you are is what you think of. Suddenly you become something. As soon as the child is born, somebody became father, somebody became uncle, somebody became grand, somebody becomes it. People just become. Just by birth of that small child. Because you establish a relationship. That's why. So till then he was not father. No, he is what he is. Because of the existence of child, he became father. The fatherhood is a new level he got. His brother got uncle's level, and his mother became a grandmother's level. People start getting levels just by my existence. How imagination it is. Suppose that child dies. All the work fused, all the relationship died. He can't say, I was a father, not I am father. All these are, why we are talking this is this, reason is this. How the imagination has become reality. It is not truth, it is the imagination, but still it becomes a reality, hard reality. And then we consider this itself is reality, there is no. Somebody told to Swami Vivekananda, when he was talking, you are divine, you are Atman. He said, why are you hypnotizing us by telling the same thing again and again? He said, no, I am de-hypnotizing you, I am already hypnotized. You are what you are. Suddenly you become father, uncle, grandfather, granddaughter, all imagination. I want to de-hypnotize you and tell you that you are Atman and nothing else. Same thing happened with ourselves because of the body. When we read some stotras in the temple, right? The old book had a translation, now we are reading only the text so people don't read. There is a Dakshinamurti stotra, many times we see it during Guru Purnima and all that. Just look at the Ratnamala or Garland of prayers and see the translation of it. There is a beautiful sloka. And the words which Shankaracharya uses it is very, very interesting. Stri, Bala, Andha, Jalo. Different identification. I'm a woman, I'm a man, I'm a lame, I don't have a hand, I am this, I am that. In that sloka, one line, he writes it on Bhrantya Vrisham Vagina. Out of ignorance, people tell all kind of imagination. I am so, I am so, I am so. But we forget what we are. And there is a practical way of understanding it. I don't say realizing it. When you, while cutting vegetables or something, if your finger is cut and blood comes out, what you will say? My finger is cut. Anybody of us will say, today morning while cutting, I got cut. I am cut. You are not cut, your finger is cut. Shankaracharya beautifully writes how an object can become a subject. The basic logic somehow we have forgotten. Okay, this phone belongs to me, fine. In my wildest dream, can I think I am the phone? I am not the phone. Okay, this shirt is mine. Do I think I am the shirt? No. Then this is my body. Why do you say I am the body? This is ignorance. Sometimes ignorance prolongs also. You see children, you give a child, oh, this is your toy. Then you want to take it back. He is completely identified with the toy. If you take away the toy, the child feels as if his hand is cut and taken away. You get identified with your vehicle, you get identified with your house. We say jokingly, you give a room for a rent to me, I go inside, put a name, I want to hang a calendar. Immediately, hello, excuse me sir, you can't put nail on my house. I'm not putting on your forehead, I'm putting on the wall. No, that is my house. You are so identified with it, it is as good as if nail is being fixed on your forehead. Beautiful example is given. Your son, your daughter is part of you and you are so much identified with it. And this happens. So much identification. If son is not well, mother is not well. If son is well, mother is well. Son stays somewhere and news comes that he met with an accident. Mother becomes unconscious. Then somebody says, no, it was a prank. Still little time it takes to her to become normal. But the truth makes you unconscious, or the fake news of truth you make you unconscious. The reality has nothing to do on reaction. We are reacting to this world out of our attachment or aversion. If you are free from it, the more you are free from attachment and aversion, more liberated we are, more free we are. Moksha, mukti, liberation, salvation is nothing but our being non-attached, our being free from this attachment and aversion. Okay, we shall take next time. So next Saturday and Sunday again, we will not have Saturday-Sunday class. Saturday we have a big food and fun fair held by kindergarten. And that day night I have to go for, there is an international conference, so I will go. So Saturday and Sunday we will not have class. Again next week we shall have. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna